Hello, it's me. And we're going to do some puzzles. I meant to start earlier, but I got distracted by other things. I was playing Football Manager, which I apparently am into now, despite not really being a sports person to a major degree. But okay, it is what it is. So we're going to play some puzzle games. We got a couple hours before I have to go off and go to the gym. If I had started earlier, I probably would have done more. But I am bad at this. However, we're going to play one that's been on my list for a bit called No Case Should Remain Unsolved. And I don't know very much about this. It's one of those games that you should go into not knowing very much about, I am told. Sort of a detective-y storytelling kind of game, right? No Case Should Remain Unsolved feels pretty straightforward in terms of what it should be about, like what I'm doing. I'm detecting. Probably less so puzzle, a little bit more detective in the veins of Golden Idol or whatever. Trying to figure out what's going on, but I've also been, I've read that it is sort of an emotional story, not too long. So hopefully we can just finish it off in a couple hours, and that would be great. So here we go. I hope. Let's drop that volume a bit, please. Language makes sense. Graphics probably make sense. Go. Let's see if my face is in a good spot. It seems so to be so far. I realized I was a jellyfish. I spent the last 70 years simply drifting through life with no heading in particular, blindly stinging everyone I encountered. Can you see it too? The people I tried to embrace, I only ended up hurting. Everywhere I went, I left nothing but ruin. So that's it. That's what I am. A jellyfish floating across the sea. That's very sad. I don't even remember why I once became a police detective. Look over there at that family, weeping for their lost child. Have I ever done anything to wipe away their tears? A police station is a crucible of pain and grief. So why did I choose to enter that institution? Why did I think I could somehow offer people solace and hope? Maybe I was simply being selfish. Maybe I became a detective just so I could belong somewhere. I should stop now. I should stop wandering with nothing but regret on my lips. That's it then. The first good thing I'll ever have done for anyone. Everyone, I'm sorry for everything. Well, that's quite a start. Madam. Oh god, I'm going to mispronounce these. John Guillaume? Who are you? Remember, Siowon's ghost. Is this me? Am I a ghost? Remember that little girl? Choi Siowon? Choi Siowon. Siowon. The girl who went missing? That's right, ma'am. Do you know what happened to that girl you brought back? Thanks to you, her family found peace. Do their lives look ruined to you? The doctor says my mind is like an old library without an index. I'm sorry, but I have no idea who you are. I see you're in uniform, so you couldn't be Siwon's ghost. From the way you bring up my forgotten failure, I can only assume you're here to deliver judgment. Ma'am, I'm not here to judge you. I only want to tell you what the life you lived. Your Honor, you already know what happened. I never brought Siwon home. The case ended the way her father, Choi Dong-gyeon, wanted. She disappeared forever. Completely out of her mother's reach. Leave the case unsolved. We can't do that, sir. You mean you've already filed a missing persons case? C1's officially registered as a missing person then. Then please, that's good enough. Detective, I'm begging you. Please don't look for my daughter anymore. Stop asking where she is. Keep her completely out of her mother's reach. Just let her live life somewhere. Just say that she went into the playground like she always did and vanished. That's all. A perfect crime with no witnesses, no suspects. So please leave this case unsolved. This is like an options button down here behind me. My face is probably in a bad spot. Let's move that maybe up here. I'll do anything, please. I beg of you. That's weird. I don't know what that means. So that's how you remember it. That was the last case I took before I resigned from the missing persons team. See how relieved I looked after what Choi Donghyun said? That man knew. If he wanted to close the case and move on, we needed a good excuse. That my refusal was only customary, a front to cover up my cowardice. Ma'am. History is that certainty produced at the point where the imperfections of memory meet the inadequacies of documentation. History is that certain... Oh, I read that so weird. History is that certainty produced at the point where the imperfections of memory meet the inadequacies of documentation. What do you mean? It just means you don't get it. Can you remember the beginning and the end of the case? Let me help you weave together the threads connecting the start to the finish. I think Siwon's mother called me to report the girl missing. Yes, I remember now. She said Siwon disappeared from the playground. Playground doorbell. Calm down, ma'am. Who am I speaking to again? Detective Jason Gyeong, yes? Jeon Gyeong. I don't know, I said Jason. Do you remember me? You came to check on Sion the other day. I asked you not to ring the doorbell. Please tell me you remember. Detective, I'm scared. Please hurry. She's gone. Sion is gone. She was just at the playground. These buttons that show people's faces. That is just options. What do I like? I don't really know what I'm doing with these, but I can scroll them around. 3:33 in the afternoon. She disappeared 3 hours ago. We looked everywhere. A 7-year-old girl could have gone alone. What do we do now? I'm trying not to panic, but the worst is all that comes to mind. Ex-English teacher, you're turning yourself in. Yes, I would like to surrender to the police. I am responsible. A little girl went missing from the playground, didn't she? 3 days ago? She was with me. I took her away. I'm sorry, it's all my fault. I did it because I needed the money. I'm sorry. What do you mean? The truth is, she's dead. Siwon is dead. This still is a bad place for my face, isn't it? What if we just make me smaller in the corner? She's been dead all of this time. Your Honor, that's all I remember of the case. Now I understand why you've come to me, here at the final crossroads. Why you want me to remember the beginning and the end. You're the gatekeeper of time and space. Janus? I'd put it completely out of my mind. I was trying to forget those memories because I felt guilty. The man who took her turned himself in, but I pretended it never happened. But the girl, she was already dead, and I pretended not to know. I'm sorry. Someone like me doesn't deserve peace. I don't understand. Is she like me or whatever? Is she the jellyfish at the start? Ma'am, it's alright, don't be afraid. I don't care what you want to call me. We have to know that this isn't the end of the road. You're not bound for hell or purgatory. Now think back. Sion disappeared from the playground, right? Why is that in blue? Try to remember everything you can about the location. You can see more fragments now, and I see them. But they're so faint, like scars faded with age. No, you're doing great. Once you've brought up the fragments, try connecting them together. Build a chain of recollections. Even a dried out ravine can be a river again when the waters return. What do I do? Oh, okay, click that. It's alright. Again, was there anything unusual about Sion's activities today? No, it's all business as usual. She goes to to kindergarten on the weekdays, and we go to a playground on weekends as a family. We have two playgrounds in the condo complex. Normally, we alternate between them. I go along sometimes, but one of them isn't wheelchair accessible, so Hyajong has to take the kids on her own. Wait. Recently, they've only been going to that one playground. Hyajong said the kids asked to go there today, too. If only they'd gone to the other playground. On the way back, they sometimes stop by the stationery store near the complex entrance. The place is called Apollo. Sion loves getting candy there. Can I not click on other things down here? Did you see any suspicious individuals? No, I can't click on these. It's just making me click up here. Do you see any suspicious individuals? It's exactly as my daughter said. Who are you? Sion's mother. I was so sure Sion would be at the playground, but when I got there I didn't see her, so I assumed my daughter took her along. My daughter? I don't understand what is going on. My daughter came downstairs and looked at me with eyes wide, and I thought, oh no. Detective, I think you might be making a mountain out of a molehill. I don't know if my daughter told you, but Sion goes alone to places all the time. My daughter worries easily. Remark my words, the girl always wanders back in time for dinner. Don't worry about it. I'll have a stern word with my daughter. Honestly, I can't believe she's gone and called you. Wait, what? I don't understand what's happening. Did... No, I don't understand what the wheelchair is accessible thing is doing either. You don't have to answer if you don't want to, okay? But try to think about it, okay? See if you can remember someone you didn't usually see at the playground. I heard you all there together. Sion, your mother, and you too, Myungko. Is it the brother, I guess? Yeah, we were all together. Think back to the testimonies with the playground. Who do you think these people were? People? The testimonies were all from one person. Weren't they? Man, life is a bit like a jigsaw puzzle, isn't it? Oh. Wait, what? Yeah, on her own. Your memories are scrambled and misaligned, but each fragment, each moment connects with another. Okay, so I guess I'm Cheon-gyong, and I'm trying to like reassemble my memories in a way that makes sense. I buy that. Let me. Should I continue to shrink myself, or maybe I put me here or something? I'm like, I want to be present. However, I don't want to block anything. You know? Look at the connections closely, and you'll figure where the pieces belong. Who said these things and in what order? And then what? What does that change? Who knows? Maybe if you connect enough pieces, you might discover a key. A key that unlocks the face of the person putting the puzzle back together. Can I change these things? Oh, I see. So click on surrender. Sion, your mother. No, that's not right. Guess I should just click on these things and see what happens. Can you tell me anything about Sion's life at kindergarten? I've already explained everything to the other officers on the phone, detective. Is she still missing? How could someone take her away in broad daylight in the middle of a condo complex? I heard her mother and brother were with her. They didn't see anything. And if I can say, so the fact that you say her mother and brother instead of saying, like, you know, my wife and my son, unless he's like not related to them, but that doesn't make sense. It implies that maybe this is like the English teacher or something. I don't know if this will help, but well, he asked me to tell you anything, so I guess I will. Sion is always optimistic and cheerful. She started Eden last year, and is surprised that she never shied away from any of us teachers. Yeah, so like, at first I just took her for a friendly child, then I realized that her brother came to pick her up instead of her mother, but she never asked where her mother was. No, that's not a problem, not at all, but how should I put this? I suppose I've never seen her cry or get angry or even frown. So I always feel like I want to keep a closer eye on her, make sure she's okay, and she's going to need a lot of attention and guidance. So cheerful and bright, but in a strangely fragile way. Does that make sense? So, like, this is ex-English teacher. But I don't know if that's true. It might be like a kindergarten teacher. There's so many things here to click on. I imagine that this is higher. Stationery store, candy, gone alone. Case unsolved, goes alone, surrender, called. There's a key. I don't know what that means. When did Sion's mother leave you? I don't know why. Like, I don't understand why I'm connecting these and what that does. I'm so grateful to her. I had no idea she was keeping such a close eye on Sion. There's something Sion always says to me. Mommy's the saddest person in the world. Don't like that. She never says that when her father is around, of course, but now I understand what she means now. Sion generally thinks that way. She couldn't handle it otherwise. That's why she refuses to cry. Because that makes her the saddest person instead of her mom. She couldn't handle it if she was the saddest person in the world, getting pity from everyone. That's probably if she sees it all. She's still so young. Children are forced to grow up fast and with better control of their emotions, and that breaks my heart. This seems like mother to me, but I don't know where that applies. A key. I need a key to unlock this conversations. Keys are unlocked when I've ordered the fragments correctly. Oh, I can click on these and they give me names. Who is this? Sion's brother, Eden. What's up? Oh, a key. So this is interesting. Okay, so that's a stationery store. Let's pull up all these names. Suwon, your mother, and you two, Myung-ho. So I'm pretty sure this is the brother. Where was the Shin name from? Haejong. Is that the mother? No, it can't be. Maybe this is a grandmother or something? I go along sometimes. One of them isn't really successful, so I has to take the kids on her own. Can I combine those things? No, I guess I can't. So maybe that's not her mother. It's gotta be somebody else. Alright. So many things I can click on. Keys are unlocked. What are you? I have to open the lock to connect this conversation. Who are you on the phone with the afternoon of February 3rd? Well, our office isn't exactly well staffed, so I'm the one doing most of the phone duties. Haejong on the afternoon of the 3rd. Employees complain if we check in too often, so we don't usually do that, and there's not much to call about in the afternoon. Wait a second. I see I did call, but it wasn't anything special. It's going to be what it was now, a best caregiver award ceremony in a few days. So we asked if she could make it, like we have more than 100 caregivers working with us, but no one wanted to show. I think that was the gist of the call. Kind of regretted calling her. I mean, she's not the type to do that kind of company spirit event. You talked to her, right? Can't even have a nice long chat. She's always cutting calls short, something with being too busy with the kids. Has she even come to the office recently? So what's this all about? I mean, as long as she's doing her job, right? But a police visit, really? She's not exactly a slacker, but what's going on here? It's a Rihanna employee. So she's like a caregiver or something? I don't know who this is, but it's like a staff member or something. Crying time name. So like when I click on something, I can only actually do it once. Like I clicked on the other one, but I couldn't then go back and use crying to click on this again. Like I already used cry, and it won't let me click on cry again. So maybe I need to prioritize those things that look interesting. Like I can't reconnect cry. I gotta go through a different path. So whenever I see these keys, I should probably take those keys is what I'm learning. Playground phone call promise. Surrender doorbell. Stationery store candy 3 hours ago, gone alone. I mean, I kind of want to click on case unsolved. I have to open the lock to connect this conversation. Okay. Goes alone to places all the time. To see, I want to have any favorite places near the playground. Somewhere she might have wandered off to on her own. Oh, this is a person in a wheelchair. So is this like the father? I think so. Wandered off. She didn't stroll away somewhere. She's been kidnapped. All possibilities are on the table as if. Get off your chairs and do something. We're running out of time here. Mobilize the force. Get those crews in the streets. Anything. TikTok detective. Who knows what they're doing to her? And you're sitting here where she's gone on her own. Damn it. Damn it. I'm sorry, detective. I know you're doing everything you can. Okay, so you're definitely the father. And then I think this goes up. Sorry, detective, I know you're doing everything you can. It's alright. Okay, so this is definitely before that. Aha. Oh, so it like locks them together. Now it's all one big conversation. Interesting. Okay. We making progress. Oh, it's chunks towards a key. Okay, okay, I'm having a good time. Get stationery store, get 3 hours ago. Gone alone, dead. Doorbell, surrender. I mean, playground. Wandered off alone before. There was one up here that would let me click. Could you tell me? I don't know what's this one. I want this one. Stay on the line. I'm on my way. Could you tell me what happened? I got a call from my mother, Sion's grandmother. I knew there was one of those in here somewhere because we were talking about like my mother or whatever. She said that I'm at the store outside the condo complex and security called saying the fire alarm was going off inside the house. A security guard went over to my mother's house to check, but he couldn't open the door, so she asked me to go and open it for her. Then shoot her out. She knew I couldn't bring Sion somewhere so dangerous. Told her to go by herself, but she was so stubborn. Mom said she could get to the playground and pick up Sion faster than she could get home, so I should rush over to her house and make sure everything was fine at her place, that she would be there soon. She said that made the most sense. She was going to wait for me with Sion outside the building. I went to Mom's house, and the security guard was there. I opened the door for him, and the place was filled with smoke. I don't know what she was cooking. One sec. I opened the door for him, and the place was full of smoke. I don't know what she was cooking on that stove, but the pot was burnt black. The guard turned off the stove and opened the windows. But all I could think of was Sion, and how glad I was that I didn't bring her to such a dangerous place, and that the fire didn't get any worse. I ran back into the elevator. It was only a few minutes, I swear. I found Mom waiting for me outside the building just like she promised, but when I asked her where Sion was, she just said, I thought you took her with you. Detective, are you here yet? Okay, so first of all, Sion's grandmother. Second of all, I got a call from my mother, so this is Sion's mother for sure. This is definitely going up. 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 Aha. Connected those things. Exactly as my daughter said, so this is definitely Sion's grandmother. I don't think that's Sion's grandmother. It said that, but I don't know who it would be otherwise. Thank you. I've been brought a hand pie, which I'm going to eat with a fork and knife, despite being a hand pie. But it's less messy that way. Just going to cut it open and let it cool a bit, and come back to this, because I'm having a good time. Turn yourself in. When did Sion's mother leave you? Divorce. Okay, do any of these make sense to be somewhere else? Can't do that, sir. When did you last see her at the playground? Kindergarten teacher's testimony. That could be like the father, but I don't really know that. Called. What are the... There's a key here somewhere. It's up here. Name time crying. Oh, time. Oh, so there's one that said 3 hours somewhere. Can I connect this one? I want to get this key. I have to open the lock to connect this conversation. I have to open the lock to connect this conversation. Oh, so I can't get those. So it's gotta be one of these. How do you remember the time so precisely? My phone's call history. Oh, so who are you? I never leave the children alone when we're out together. You've got a little ring. But then I got a phone call. I don't usually get calls in the afternoon. I think I panicked. The first thing that came to mind was that I had to pick up somewhere quiet so I could hear. So I ducked in the condo hallway. Call history was 5 minutes long, but she disappeared in less than that. I know because I looked up partway through the conversation, she was already gone. Okay, so this is absolutely, you? Think? You're like the caretaker, right? At least that's my guess. Stationery store, candy store. Promised, gone alone. Maybe I should click on the one that talks about dead. She's dead. How does Myung-ho feel? Must have been a big change for him. Your station searched the park in the neighborhood, right, Detective? The one with the pond? The weeping willow trees by the water, they're lonely to look at. I took a stroll there last year with Myung-ho and Hye-jong. And the trees reminded me of Myung-ho, man. I'm gonna have a hard time keeping these names straight. He looks, he's at the mercy of the world sometimes, but the truth is, he's the most unyielding boy you'll ever meet. For children and adults too, I suppose. A death in the family is apparently like experiencing a universe collapse. Rebuilding from those ruins is a time-consuming journey, but I think Myung-ho has managed quite well in his own right. I don't know if you noticed, but there's something he always carries around, and never leaves home without it. Yeah. As a, Western white person from Canada, the east coast of Canada in particular. One, I'm going to pronounce these names pretty badly, and two, I'm going to have a hard time keeping them straight. Which is something I noticed when I read The Three Body Problem, which I thought was really good. But, it was written initially in Chinese and then translated, but they kept all the names the same. And as someone who doesn't regularly see Chinese names, or in this case these are Korean, these seem Korean to me. They just parse as words. They don't parse as names. So it's hard for me to attach the word as a name to a person, if that makes sense. Because it might as well be the word stroll or year. It's just a word. It's like a noun that doesn't really parse into a name because it's not a common name that I see very often. So it's going to be hard for me to keep them together. I don't know who this could be. This could be one of the parents. My guess is mother. Let's click station. clicked this one because it feels like it could easily be the mother, and I could like fill that in more. Keep calling him, but he won't pick up. It's not out of the ordinary. We only meet for her birthdays. This is an emergency. His own daughter is missing. Detective was texting him on the day you came from the police station. Sione's always such a quiet girl, but she was chattering about how much happier she'd be if her father was here too. So I asked him if he'd come by and say hello. But he's heartless, that man. So this is definitely the mother. And I think this is going to be much higher. Like I'd say even all the way up here. It is. That merges. Sure, birthdays, why not? Caregiver certificate of employer, certificate of familial relations, pre-entrance day absentee list. Okay. Do I have to click on them? Can I click on another thing? Or does this say just X this? Yeah. I really want to click on Case Unsolved because that's kind of what the name is. The name of the game is. But so I'm really tempted by that. But I feel like I should parse out some more of the story first. I'm choosing this one because it, we've received testimony that I know who it belongs to, right? Because they're talking to the stationery store owner clearly. Did anyone her family drop in today or see one herself on her own? Today? No, not see one, not her brother either. May I ask what the police want with them? You're not the first to come looking for her today. Is this about Myung-ho's mother? The thing is, Myung-ho's only been coming with Seo-won these days. He used to come with his mother all the time when he was younger, but I haven't seen her in quite a while. Is she doing alright? Oh, I don't like that. Did the mother die or something? This is absolutely the stationery store owner. Myung-ho is like her brother. There's a bunch of other like wiggly ones that will be able to click on something. Candy. What did we just unlock there? We found a key. We've received testimony that directly contradicts your claim. Interesting. Could you tell me now what happened when you last saw Seo-won? We always used to buy Seo-won candy from the stationery store on the way home, but we didn't buy her candy recently because Auntie doesn't come with us anymore. Auntie. Come with us. This like reads as brother to me. Told Seo-won to stay where she was and went over to the stationery store. I ran right over. The stationery store is just up the steps over the fence. It's really quick, I swear. I was only there for a bit, and then I ran back, but she wasn't there. I called her name, like Seo-won, but she didn't come. Only Auntie did. Started crying, and Auntie said I shouldn't tell anyone she wasn't with us. She told me not to say anything at all, just like that monkey we saw at the temple. Yeah, this feels very much brother-coded to me. Because he's talking about like the auntie who I think is the caregiver. It's like, don't tell anybody that you didn't seem, or like that I stepped away or whatever. Already found the fragments containing the clues. Search for the answer now. Proof the shopkeeper is lying. is the brother, right? It was... Aha, so I've got to unlock these things. Interesting. Okay. I like how this plays so far. Let's have some more lunch. Let's click on this. Because can I get the testimony one from this? Oh, it won't let me. I was hoping the stationery store would do that. I'm gonna need to get lie or something. Did you happen to see this boy when you went to the playgrounds to find CO1? You know that playground near the stationery store, right? I saw that boy a few days ago. He went from the playground straight to the store. I remember wondering why CO1 was sticking so close to that boy. Because he's her brother and you don't know this? Why do you ask, detective? Does that boy have something to do with the case? Wait, so is this the grandmother? Because she went to pick up CO1. That's weird. Why would she not know about the boy? Like the son. It's super weird to me. Well, we've got some jiggly ones that pull out stuff, so we should probably grab those. I see your mother has contacted you. He claims to be the culprit behind the disappearance. I have to open this lock to connect the conversation. I hope there's no way to like soft lock yourself by clicking the wrong things, but I can't imagine they would do that. I want to see this. He claims to be the culprit. Sion's father has surrendered himself to us. No, detective, you can't. Don't believe a word of what he says. I'll be at the station immediately. Everything he says is a lie. It was me. I made him do it. It's all my fault. I'll be right there, detective. Don't you listen to anything he tells you. It's all my responsibility. I mean, it could be mother, but that means this, that this has to be father then. Weird. That's super weird. Everything he says is a lie. A lie is wiggly. Oh, I've already found the fragments containing the day CO1 disappeared. What, here? 2012-25? That's my guess. Wait, why? I thought it was 205, not 203. This is 2 days after. Oh, this is a later call. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Death or birthday? Mother talks about birthday. Choi Dong-yeon. So Won Young, deceased. Oh. Oh, so she died 3 years before? No, Choi Myung-ho is the daughter. Choi Seo-won. Oh yeah, Myung-ho and Seo-won. That's weird. Wait, this is his spouse died in 2009? So this can't be Siwon's mother. Well, this could be Siwon's mother, but not who we... Oh, maybe them... Dad is like a cheater or whatever? That could be a thing. There's nothing I can click onto from that. I mean, there must be a reason for them being divorced. Or not divorced, I mean, she died. Seon's mother's birthday. I do know this. This is December 25th, 1974. So it's December. Oh, did I say 25th? Wait, Christmas? Yeah, she was born on Christmas. Caregiver. How old was Siwon when Miss Shin Hye-jong first came to take care of her? First met Hye-jong when Siwon was 4. When my wife died of illness, I was despondent, didn't know how I'd raise the kids. And Hye-jong was there to support us. They're called caregivers instead of nannies these days, aren't they? Hye-jong is my children's caregiver. She's been coming to look after the kids ever since my wife was hospitalized. She befriended them instantly. I don't know how we could have coped without her. Siwon even calls her mom and treats her like one too. I can never thank her enough. But now I'm starting to think I relied on Hye-jong too much. And she's not exactly family, is she? Siwon calls her mom, but this guy calls her auntie. But he was born first. So maybe that makes sense. Wait, so you can't be Siwon's mother because Siwon's mother died. But it won't let me move it now, so this has got to be correct. I don't understand what's happening. You're like a ghost? wanted to click on this, but where is lie? Down here. Oh boy. What if I told you there's no need for lying now? Please don't lie to me. Didn't you see that Auntie was telling the truth? It's not your fault. Nobody in your family is responsible for this. Oh boy. I am confused. Oh, you're back. Which means you're still searching, I take it. I tried to think of anyone suspicious I might have seen in the area, but nothing. The truth is, well, yes, Myung-ho is here. Sorry for lying to you, I didn't think it was important. Well, you see, I didn't want you to think badly of Myung-ho. He's a good boy at heart. I'm very sorry, I truly am. I should have told you up front. What time did he come to the store again? A little after 3:30, I believe. Well, nothing was out of the ordinary. He looked like he was in a rush, and when I asked, he only said he had to go back quick. I went straight back to the usual candy shelf and picked out a bag, so I assumed it was Siwon. It's your favorite brand, you know, the pink candy that's so big your cheeks puff like a squirrel. I told you before, Myung-ho is very immature for his years. That day I saw him squatting in front of the greeting card shelf for a long time with the candy still in hand. Eventually came up to the counter and paid for the candy. He wouldn't look me in the eye. Thought it was strange, so I went over to check the shelf, and well, one of the cards was gone. I was disappointed in the boy, of course. Made up my mind to give him a stern talking to. At the same time, well, I felt sorry for him. You can only imagine what went through his mind when he was squatting there in front of that shelf. A little after 3:30, and the caregiver said something that was like exactly 3:33. Oh, my phone's call history. Wait, wasn't there another one? I saw there's something that says something like 3:33. Exactly, yeah, so this is the caregiver. So I have a key. So I can open one of these. And I don't know which one to open. I'm really tempted by this one because it's just blank. It could be anything. It could even be a boat. This isn't your fault as much as it isn't Myung-ho's fault. I almost forgot to congratulate you. Happy birthday, Miss Shin. Today is your birthday, correct? I know this may not be the best time, but I think you should know. I paid a visit to the stationery store Myung-ho goes to for Siwon's candy, and I spotted this. Apparently Myung-ho picked up a Siwon's usual candy and a birthday card. The owner said he took a long time trying to decide which to get. I wondered why he got a birthday card of all things, but now I understand. Thank you. I always thought Myung-ho hated me. I wasn't trying to take his mother's place. I assumed that's what he thought. How could I be so stupid? I should have known better knowing how badly he'd been hurt. Detective? What happens to Siwon's mother now? I mean, so this is absolutely the caregiver. It's probably not up here. Miss Shin. So yes, I can figure it because he stole a birthday card. Just unlock anything that I can get a hold of is my strategy here, basically. Please don't lie to me, Myung-ho. Didn't you say that Auntie was telling the truth? Auntie told me that lying's not about what's good, but what's necessary. She said that lying wasn't always a bad thing. It's the bad lies that are really bad. Mom said she'd watch over me from heaven. She said she'd watch over us even after she died. But that was a lie, right? There's no such thing as heaven. But Siwon doesn't know that. She's so stupid. Mom was lying. But does that mean that Mom was a bad person? Oh, that's very sad. This one is wiggly, so I can get something. What if I told you there's no need for lying now? Was your son still there? I was under the impression that both children were at the playground. It's okay if you don't want to talk to me, Young Ho. I don't mind waiting. We know you weren't at the playground. Okay. I'm gonna progress the brother story right now. It's okay if you don't want to talk. I don't mind waiting. But can you promise me that once you're ready, you'll talk to me? This looks like it goes first in this line. This is all definitely above this. Myung-ho's testimony shows his mixed feelings on Hye-jong. Don't have the fragments for that yet. What about a police visit? Well, might as well get some more info. I see your mother has contacted you. Exactly as you heard. Will you be coming to the police station together? That man was never one for prayer. Oh, so for some reason I thought that the grandmother was the mother's mother, but it could be the father's mother. This could be the that man is never one for prayer. No matter how deep you dug, he said the spade would never know the smell of the earth. He refused to pray even once our baby lay sick in the hospital. That's why he doesn't understand that prayer is the reason we've been so blessed. All he ever did was get angry that he couldn't change anything with his own abilities. He said he turned himself in. If he really did take her, maybe it was because he couldn't afford child support payments. He's been complaining since last summer about how he was having a hard time keeping up with the payment schedule. But wait, so if the mother died, wouldn't he be taking care of them, like the father? So why would he need to? Who would he child support to? I'm a little lost. There's definitely something that I'm missing. I told him it's a critical time in Siwon's life, and he had to get his act together. We may be divorced, but he's still her father. Even now. Maybe this happened way earlier. Like they got divorced and then she died? I suppose he's still trying to change things himself without even trying to pray. Yeah. Or maybe she disappeared multiple times? Yeah, Sion's mother. This is after the mother died, though. She died in 2009. And this is 2012. I'm so lost. Silence is a heavy burden for a 5th grader, but Myung-ho refused to give in. those help. I don't know what he carries around yet. Wait, I have? Couldn't... Is that in here? Here? Oh, wait, there's like pictures, right? I can kind of look at the pictures. What would he possibly be carrying around? It's a picture of... This is definitely not the grandmother. See this... Well, see this boy. Like, how is that even possible? Because that's just the son. What could be the... So do I have to just click on everything to see what it could possibly be that he carries around? Maybe. Because that's technically answerable, apparently, so I'd like to figure out what it is. Oh, it's an umbrella. He carries the umbrella around everywhere. Right. Where was that? That was the, like, stationary guy? No. Why do you carry an umbrella around everywhere, my friend? The umbrella, you mean? That's right. Whenever he's going to school or some outing, he's always got an umbrella in hand. It's been that way since my wife passed. There's something she always told the kids when she was in the hospital. She promised that she'd go ahead and watch them over them from above. Young didn't say anything. All they did was sit in the distance and sigh. Like, he wanted to tell her that there's no such thing as heaven. That if she wanted to watch over him, she should do it from Earth. It wasn't long before she passed. I only noticed after some time that Myung-ho always took an umbrella with him when he left the house, and I remember the exact promise his mother made. I mean it, Myung-ho. How about this then? Since I won't be able to pick you up from school on rainy days, I'll ask God to stop the rain if you ever forget your umbrella. So he never forgot his umbrella. This is interesting because this is the father, and there's like he answered like the umbrella. You mean? So there was one that said something about like, haven't you noticed he's always got something in his hand or something like that? That was there somewhere. Saw that somewhere. Oh, there it is. There's something he always carries around in his hand. So this is going to be the father. We can link those together. Oh, so many joins. Getting all kinds of things from this. Hospitalized. Red flower. Sion was born at 23 weeks. She weighed less than 700 grams. Her mother had just come out of the C-section and was about to be transferred to the ICU with the baby. The nurse called for me. It was only for a few seconds, which let me see Sion. Sion reminded me of Thumbelina, a fragile, precious little princess nestled in a bright red flower. She was so light I could barely feel her in my arms. I was scared she might float away if I did so much as breathe in her direction. Nurse told me to have a look, but I didn't know how. I could barely see through my tears. I couldn't even get a proper look at my precious baby girl. And then the first thing I did after that confusing meeting, I registered her birth. I sprinted straight from the hospital to the city hall registration desk. I didn't stop to catch my breath. Then I wrote down her name, CO1. That is CO for rhinoceros and 1 for origin. It's an unusual name, I know. At the time I was thinking of the old saying about marching forward like the lone horn or the rhino. I thought of that strength. I put all my weight into each stroke of the pen, every last one, hoping that the fragile piece of paper might help her somehow. That might help root her to life, like a powerful anchor that kept her moored to us. God, this is so sad. It's a lot of things that I can't do anything with. Reason to suspect Sion's mother. Wait, did she... I've got no idea. Unless a ghost did it? I'm lost. Let's get that in there. I mean, I'm working. I'm basically piecing together the father, so I guess I should just focus on that. The more things I can lock together, the better. When did Sion's mother leave you? We've been divorced for about 5 or 6 years. I'm a monster, aren't I? Abandoning my wife when she needed me most. But at the time I thought it was all for the best, that we'd reached our limit, that we'd only hurt each other if we kept on living like this. That's what I told myself. When our eyes met, I would face the emptiness inside, and it was excruciating because I knew that void could never be filled. If only we could have cried it out together and kept each other strong, but we struggled to help each other. We were making no progress at all, and one day we realized that it hurt more to deal with our pain together than alone. So we chose to go separate ways. That was our decision, to run from the wounds instead of confronting them, to let the blade drop on the guillotine. I mean, this definitely feels like father. I wanna, like, what about these times? 2012, 2-4. 2012, 2-4. 2-4. These are all the same day. Oh, this is the day before. Do you really think Mr. Kim Gang-seok is the culprit? Someone turned himself in, but you're still suspicious of Sion's mother. Are you misremembering something? No, that's not it. My memories are hazy and out of order, but those are the exact conversations. Sion's father clearly said, keep her completely out of her mother's reach. That's why he wanted to keep the case unsolved. And there's more testimony. Alright then, let's stop by looking for reasons to suspect Sion's mother. Your doubts about her will unveil more of your collected memories. It's absolutely true that Sion's mother is the reason the girl went missing. What could these be? So clearly there's something else. I don't know what it would be. I'm kind of guessing, but I'm just going to read through. Mom was lying. There it is. That makes sense. I need to see what this is about. Do you really think Mr. Kim Gang-seok is the culprit? I don't know. Do you really suspect him, Detective? Even if you were in financial trouble, I don't think he would stoop that low. Instead, Detective, I'm not trying to defend Gang-seok. I'm only telling you what I saw. There's a woman skulking that playground, always hanging back. I thought she was suspicious because I kept running into her when I went around looking for CO1. She's in her 30s or early 40s, a little on the tall side, maybe around 10 centimeters taller than me. She was always looking at the playground from afar, always behind the wall behind the flower bed. You wouldn't see her unless you were really looking, but she could probably keep an eye on the kids at the playground if she really craned her neck. I saw her there, standing on her toes, trying to look over the wall. By the way, detective, so is the mother a bad person and, like, not dead? I don't understand. What was the name of that girl gang saw confessed to taking? That was my conversation with Sion's mother, right? Probably. I don't understand. She acts as if she knows the man who turned himself in, and asks about her kidnapped daughters if she's a stranger. It's frightening. Is she having a dissociative episode? Ma'am, do you remember the things that made you stand on your toes? What does that have to do with anything? In my case, I only really stood on my toes for one reason. Affection. To keep my eyes on something or someone that I really cared about. Ma'am, you're on the force for nearly 30 years. This is the only case you left unsolved. Remember how you closed that file and placed it on the cabinet? Where were you standing on your toes? The ex-English teacher. So maybe the person that, like, turned themselves in? At the playground. Is it the brother or the brother then? Possibly be. I guess I should get more info. I'm gonna click on case unsolved. Oh, doesn't help. Okay. Let's get these blue things. Oh boy. That was more than I expected. See the notes from the school board, correct? These are files that she didn't attend pre-entrance day. Testimony you spoke on the phone with City Hall employee and told them CO1 couldn't attend pre-entrance day for personal reasons. City Hall, you said. That's right, Chief. How are you? I'm from the Huamong City Hall Administrative Office. It's that time of year. 4 kids slated to start school this year in your district didn't show up to pre-entrance day. I'm just calling for your cooperation. He spoke with other families over the phone. They said they were on vacations overseas or busy with other things. That sort of thing. I mean, elementary school classes hadn't even started yet, so I'm going to report that everything looks fine. We do have to make sure the paperwork is all there. We're working the police assistance request forms right now. They'll say the local police stations dispatch personnel to all the absentees' households for welfare checkups at the school board's request. Imagine that, Chief. It's like a free bonus, and our compensation for external personnel requisition is pretty solid, if you ask me. Once you get the forms, send it to your personnel roster with the direct deposit information. Attached, and we'll take care of things on this end. This is absolutely the City Hall. I don't know where her location could be. So many things. Just get more words to connect, I guess. Has C1 ever wandered off alone before? Is that really possible? Detective, I think it might be my fault she's gone. I was in the hospital for a long time after I had C1. I couldn't care. Maybe she disappeared twice? I couldn't care for her because I was bedridden. But since we both spent so much time looking up at the hospital ceiling, I thought I might be able to understand her better. Now, though, I'm not sure. Do you think she resents me? Is that why she won't call me Mom? Is that why she's always so hard to find? I have to scour all the playgrounds to find her. She won't call me Mom. This is 3 days after she disappeared, though, right? Two 2012. This is 2-3. So this happened first. Wandered off, and then this call happened later. This seems like father would fit here. We received testimony that you spoke on the phone with a City Hall employee and told them C1 couldn't attend pre-entrance day for personal reasons. Do you live with your daughter? The pre-entrance day? What was my daughter said now? A slight cold, I think, yes. Oh, I remember now. I knew it was pre-entrance day, so I asked my daughter later how it went. We don't live with her, of course, but I'm in the area and drop in from time to time. It's just, I don't want to leave her alone for too long, spending all her time wallowing in misery. I do remember that I was visiting a few days ago and a City Hall employee called. He did ask me the same thing you did, Detective, so I think I said that she was doing well, that I was taking perfect care of my granddaughter. Detective, this is ridiculous. It's just one missed pre-entrance day at school. What are you interrogating me for? So this is the grandmother, I guess? That one. Can't do anything with that. I mean, this unlocks something. Oh, this is the brother. Thank you for telling me, Myung-ho. I heard you're in 5th grade at elementary school. With your height, I bet the girls won't leave you alone. You're very tall for your age. Is that because you take after your mom? I take after her? Really? Am I really like her? Ugh. They don't like Mom very much. It's weird that this is connected to this. It's several days later. It shows his mixed feelings on Hyejong. approach that. Oh, I've got a key. What can I do with this key? Why didn't you report any of this to the authorities? It's not your fault. Nobody in your family is responsible for this. Pre-entrance day absentee list. Oh, those all seem good. I'm tempted by the brother. I want to know more about the brother. I told Auntie not to come to the playground. I told her to stay away. I said I could take Siwon without her. It is my fault. I'm the one who made Auntie go away. It's just, if we're all at the playground together, we'd look like a family, and Mom would see Siwon call Auntie Mom. Oh. Why would Mom... I thought Mom was dead. I'm so lost. I know Mom's not really watching us from heaven. I know she was lying, but I didn't want her to be sad. It's not Auntie's fault. I'm the one who told her not to come with us. I'm the one who told her not to come with us. 252523. So this is earlier. Wait, what? How is that related? Is mother actually mother? Oh god, is aunt so is... No, auntie can't actually be mother, and then like they got divorced because like cheating or something, like I said at the start. But that doesn't make sense to me. Then why wouldn't... She can't be dead? The death part is really confusing me. Son's still there. I was under the impression that both children were at the playground. Myung-ho said he was with Siwon the whole time, but that he had no idea where she'd gone, so I scolded him, not making any sense. I was so desperate that I was too harsh with him. Even though it's my fault Siwon disappeared, I failed them both. Please don't ask Myung-ho for information. He won't tell you anything. Was your son still there? Is his father, perhaps? Doorbell is still wiggly, so I should get that. Hello, Madam. Senior Inspector Jeon Gyeong from the Hwamyong Police Station. You'd be Siwon's mother, correct? I'm just here to see Siwon, if that's alright. Oh my gosh, you scared me, Detective. I was expecting a delivery man. Could you please knock instead of ringing the doorbell next time? My daughter's taking a nap. She dozed off in front of the TV while I was washing the rice. I just tucked her in. Come inside. Fast asleep, see? Oh, I suppose you can't really tell under that blanket. She must be tired, the poor thing. Siwon and I were out and about all day yesterday. She slept in the morning too. I swear kids grow up so fast. She's gotten so much taller than that barely anything fits anymore. I had to do all her shopping at once. First day of school is only a month away and there's so much to buy. Oh, I hope she wakes up soon so we can eat and get her uniform fitted. I'm sorry, Detective, you might have to wait a bit before she wakes up. So, what brings you here? That's weird. I mean, this could be like, it could be the caregiver. I'm just gonna do a cheeky little attempt. You just lying? No. They're probably the mother. Why did the English teacher need funds? I feel like this goes to the father, or at the start. Because this says something like calling, yeah. Well, let's just try to get more info. Oh. I can probably unlock some of these. Heejung's birthday. I don't know that. I don't think. The day Siwon died. It's so. Day Siwon's mother was discharged. Discharged? I thought she died. September 1st, 2009? No. Discharged from the birth, maybe? The reason the English teacher needed the funds. Heejung's location when Siwon vanished. Something that I don't know. You seem to know Siwon's family well. Myungho's family, well, I've seen them since the children were little. Must have been, say, 3 or 4 years now. When they first moved in, I was sure Myungho's close to finishing elementary school. He's tall for his age, and he's very quiet, that one. His mother was picking up supplies for the younger kids, so I showed her to the shelves older children might like. She laughed and said, he gets that a lot. Myungho's mature beyond his years, and I don't mean his looks. Is it normal for kids his age to only think of themselves, but he's always hanging back and lets his sister spend all his pocket money. The like stationary person. Yeah. You received notice from the school board, correct? It says in our files that she didn't attend pre-entrance day. I'm just here to check and make sure everything's alright. The world's a dangerous place these days. I've been told City Hall's personnel has spoken with Siwon's grandmother already, and I just wanted to be sure. Is Siwon alright? Of course she is, detective. You must have your hands full checking up on every absence in the district. You see when she wakes up, Siwon's healthy as a horse now. She'll have no trouble going to school. And all that time in the hospital was tough on her, but she's grown up so strong and I'm proud of her. Sion's been no end of trouble since I was pregnant with her. I think she takes after her father. She was born premature. The doctor scared us every time we went in for a checkup, but how one thing would go wrong and then something else, and on and on. I don't remember how many waivers and consent forms I had to sign, but I always knew she'd be alright. How those little hands were going to get bigger and stronger one day. No need to worry, I'm taking very good care of her. Sion's father and I are no longer together, but my mother and I are doing our best to give her everything she needs. I'll make sure she comes to the first day of school. Thank you for checking in. I think the rice is ready. Would you like to join us for food, detective? I mean, Sion's mother, I guess? And this is shortly after the detective, rings the doorbell. So, 2012-25. 2012-24. This is literally a day later. Why didn't you report any of this to the authorities? Pre-entrance day absentee list. I am chasing this down, which makes it feel important. But also, I just want to know what this is. Things. When was the last time you saw Sion's father? Do you call him often? What's that man got to do with Sion going missing? We cut off all contact years ago. The nerve of him walking out after what happened to the girl. Or, detective, what I mean is, Sion was always sickly. That man divorced my daughter, leaving her to care for the poor baby alone. But he said that she divorced him. But, he's not the sort of man who'd take her away from under her mother's nose. Please, nothing serious, detective, really. This feels like the grandmother to me. He claims to be the culprit when the disappearance is at 2-5. And that's the, I did it thing. Why didn't you report any of this to the authorities? She was with us exactly 108 days. That's the time Sion lived and breathed with us. If only I could have held her at least once, kissed those little cheeks. Or at least have been able to hear her cry, then maybe I would have been able to accept it. Sion's mother still had milk for a baby when she was gone. Who was gone? The crib was still warm and it never seemed to get colder, so how could I possibly file that report? Looking back, it was her name. Her name was the problem. It was my fault for coming up with that name. I can't tell you how much I regret it. Instead of giving her strength, that name marched her forward, all alone like the rhino's horn straight past us like a gust of wind. She slipped through her fingers, attached to the world, and nothing at all. Wait, so Sion, died? She's been dead the whole time, and he kidnapped some other girl or whatever? That's super weird. I don't like that. Wait, why can't I change this? This has to be the English teacher? This is just the English teacher? Where was that? There was something oh, is the ex-English teacher her, father that got divorced, maybe? So with the day seal, she was with us exactly 108 days. Maybe this is the father? She was with 108 days. So when was she born? August 1st, 2004. I'm going to do the old date calculator thing because I'm too lazy to figure that out. Add or subtract. So I'm doing this. So add or subtract days from 2004. August 1st. And then it was 108 days. November 17th, 2004. So November, let's say 17th. I guess not. Is this gonna be like the she's been dead this whole time thing? I was a junior high school English teacher all my career, ever since I finished teachers college and military service. But after the divorce, I quit my job at the school and started tutoring, doing cram school gigs. And while my income isn't particularly stable, I needed the money. I'm sorry. I went to the playground intending to kidnap any child who seemed to be alone. I was there for more than 30 minutes and I saw a little girl playing by herself for a long time, so I lied to her. But once I brought her with me, I got scared. I didn't even know how I would even ask her parents for a ransom. That's how it was. I was afraid and decided to stop, nothing more. I told you there's no need for lying now. I'm just gonna get all the info I can. There's like vague pieces of a storyline going on in my head, and I'm still kind of lost. Like, English teacher was C1's father, divorced the mother, mother died, mother got like remarried or something. What if I told you there's no need for lying now? What if your lie is the bad kind, the kind that's only going to hurt Auntie and CO1? Why is not saying anything a lie? If I say what really happened, then Auntie sounds like the bad guy, but she's a good person. It's my fault, not Auntie's. It's all my fault. Oh, when was her birthday? I mean, I guess it was this day, right? Because he got her a card. home to the store again. Oh, a little after 3:30. Nothing's to the ordinary. So I was trying to give her a card on the day that she disappeared. Which I think is 3. Yeah, 2-3. So I think it is her birthday. I guess it's in a few days. Kind of guessing there, I suppose, but I was close. So I investigated everyone I could. Residents, passerbys, local businesses, everyone. There's a little indent in the wall by the flower bed, so you can see the playground from there, but not the other way around, at least for the children playing there. That's where you're hiding, wasn't it, to watch over them from afar? When I went to the playground, I would hear the other mothers gossip about me and the children. Myung-ho would have heard it too. I understand why people would get the wrong idea. CO1 calls me mommy, so it didn't hurt if Myung-ho hated me. I could only imagine how he felt whenever his sister called me that. Oh, so this is the caregiver. A few weeks ago, Myung-ho told me to stay away from him, so I just wandered around for it seemed like forever around that spot. Myung-ho, I always hate the fact that I exist, but I may not be his mother, but still, I promised Won Young that I would take care of them both. And look what's happened. I only looked away for a second. I only took a second to rest because I've been standing on my toes the whole time. Oh, happy birthday. Yeah, it's today. I thought it was this. Is it the grandmother, maybe? You are the detective. Yeah, this is what I was thinking of. The security guard went over to my house or something. Unhelpful. Can I get this yet? The day Sion's mother was discharged. Sion's grandmother instructed for the kidnapping. Day Sion died. Accused English teacher needed funds. Haejong's location when Sion vanished. These are all things I just don't know. Is Sion alright? Okay, maybe I should go through and see if I can figure out if any of these should be somewhere else. like I have to buy it. Like it was like the mother with clothes or something at the start. Feels probably like it would have been after this. I guess we never really connected anything with this. Am I sure this is the mother? It might not be. So this is the caretaker doing it though. Oh, this is the mother though. Oh, I can join that in there. Oh, that gives me another key. Something. Pre-agency absentee list. Number of absentees 4. So Hojun, Kim Byum, Hong In-chul, Kim Seo-won. Kim Seo-won? Yeah. Kim Gang-suk. So this is the real father? So this is the English teacher? Today Seo-won died, so it's 108. Guess we can get this now. Might as well. Shin Hee-jung, Choi Dong-yeon. Hereby certified the above caregivers assigned to the above clients since July 1st, 2009. That's weird. There was I think it was I had that under the grandmother. There was like a phone call. Yeah, this one feels like the support center. Interesting. So I did call. Best Caregiver Award. We asked if she could make it. So is that the so should I, is the phone call gonna be the thing that they wanted? No, probably not. So where's there's like the day that she died, and there's like this date of birth thing somewhere for the school. Date of birth 4-3. And this is, different date of birth. So, is it 4-3? April 3rd. So it's July 20th. So is it, July 20th? Yeah. Why did you turn yourself in? Mr. Kim Yang-suk, even the victim's family hasn't reported you. This just isn't about taking the fall for Miss Song Min-young, is it? I heard she reported Seo-won missing. When Min-young's mother told me, I was worried for Min-young, but at the same time I was a little glad. After we got divorced, she was in therapy for a long time. We should have gotten help back when she began to think Seo-won was alive but missing. As soon as Seo-won passed away, Young was finally discharged from the hospital on Seo-won's birthday. And I went to visit her grave together, and she ran her hand over the grave. Her eyes were empty, there was no hope. Min-young is still chained to that day, circling around and around that moment forever. I started to think that she'd given up completely. She was utterly spent. There was no drive left in her eyes. I began to doubt she'd ever recover. I think that's why I was relieved to hear that she set out to find Seo-won, because now she at least had something to live for, something that would sustain and keep her alive. Maybe she knew that too deep down. Maybe that's why she reported Seo-won missing. Maybe she thought Seo-won was better missing alive than dead. That the missing person's report would anchor her to this world, just like I hoped with her birth certificate. She was grasping for a lifeline just like me. I know this sounds ridiculous, but that's the whole reason I'm here, Detective. I want to make a request. Could you please mark this missing person's case as unsolved? Please. Please let Seo-won live. Let her live forever somewhere far away. Oh my god, this is so sad. Min-young, I guess, is Seo-won's mother. So my guess is that Seo-won died, and then the mother kidnapped some other girl and pretended it was her daughter, and then the other a different Seo-won, right? And that's why this is Seo-won's father, who is not related to this person at all. It's just a different child. This case unsolved. So this is the artist, or the father. They keep her completely out of her mother's reach. Something else I can unlock. The day Seo-won's mother was discharged, I saw there was something that he said that I think is relevant. Finally discharged from the hospital on Seo-won's birthday. I think this is the actual birthday. Seo-won Kim, not Seo-won Choi. So 4-3. You mean Seo-won was taken because she was mistaken for Miss Song Min-young's late daughter? I asked Min-young what happened. She said she heard someone call Sion's name and finally found her after going from one playground to the next. It was a boy, probably the girl's brother. He was telling her that's exactly what happened, yeah. He was telling her to wait right here, Sion. Yeah, the name, it's my fault, yeah. She didn't tell me anything else, but you can guess what happened. Minyoung must have gone and brought her back like a mother picking up a child who'd gone out to play. The girl was so sweet too, calling my daughter auntie. I'm sorry, detective, I really am. And they just look similar, I guess, right? Because they're both really tall. I should have called right away, but then I couldn't bear to do it, not until you paid that visit. After you dropped by, I was terrified. My hands were shaking, and I found myself dialing a number, calling Sion's father. I told him that Minyoung seemed to have brought him home a stranger's child, and pleaded with him to get the girl back to her parents. I would cause a diversion, I said, so he could get the girl away from Minyoung. I know she may not be well, but I didn't want my daughter to end up a kidnapper. It's being shameless, I know. I knew exactly what I was doing, detective, but until Sion's father turned himself in, even though he's done nothing wrong. I thought we could act as if nothing at all had happened, sweep it all under the rug, knowing full well that Sion's father is just as precious a child to his parents as Minyoung is to me. Probably goes under this. Sion's grandmother instructed for the kidnapping. Might as well just join these things together because that seems fairly obvious. I have another key, but there's nothing to do with it. This is definitely the artist. I don't think this is the English teacher, but I don't know what else to apply that. So this I think is the ex-English teacher. Teacher needed funds. I'm still unsure about that. Hyun's location when Sion vanished. We know you weren't at the playground. Is this the phone call? fall history. That's the thing that makes sense to me. None of these make sense. There it is. I understand you didn't want to cause Myung-ho any more guilt, but you should have known better. How did you know? He told me he didn't need to say anything. He knows he doesn't have to tell you. It wasn't his fault Seowon was missing. It wasn't your fault, Myung-ho. I should have been watching you even if you didn't want me close by. That's what I told him. I made sure he knew that I was the one who lost Seowon, not him. 2-3. This is 2-3. This is 2-6. So there's something that happens in between there. Confirmation of Seowon is alive. Don't know if we have that. I still don't know about the English teacher. Seowon's grandmother instructed for the kidnapping. Yeah, that's all weird. I'm confused by that too. Both children at the playground. Myung-ho said he was with Seowon the whole time. This is either top or bottom, and it's not that. So can't be those. What do we have here? So your mother has contacted you. 2-5 13. Yes, this is later, so there's not much I can really do about that. This feels like maybe the father. Oh no, this must be the maybe the caregiver. Because this is the like older Seowon, the non-baby. That 2, 4, 2, 3. So this is after. Still confused about those. That all fits there, but are you not? Maybe this isn't the. Do you happen to see this boy? And you went to the playgrounds to find Seowon. So it's got to be someone who didn't know, which is her or like maybe the mother. The mother. Oh, did like so? Sion then got kidnapped from the playground, went home with this lady, and then this lady called, being like, "Oh, she was kidnapped," when she like got taken back to her actual home or something. So maybe this is the mother. That's her brother. That's why that has something to do with it. Instructed for the kidnapping. It's a weird sentence. Like, I don't like how that was phrased. That made that kind of hard to figure out. When did Song Min-young set out to find Seo-won? Must have been when she got the notice saying Seo-won was due to start elementary school. It pushed her completely over the edge. Yeah, the notice from City Hall last December. I checked most of... Oh, because they didn't report the death, so City Hall thought she was supposed to start school. We got the notice from City Hall last December. I checked most of Min-young's mail before she does detective. I have no idea what might have set her off. This notice about Seo-won starting school, my heart nearly stopped. I had no idea that they'd never reported her death. That it was there in the document. Seo-won's name printed clear. I could only imagine how it would make Min-young feel. No, I'm sorry, detective. I'm not the victim here. I don't deserve to wallow in pity like this. I can only apologize. At the time, I balked. I was frozen, and Min-young saw me and read the notice. She looked so happy. She smiled so brightly. I hadn't seen her delighted in, well, must have been years. The pre-entrance day was at the end of December, and Min-young insisted we had to go out and get Seo-won's uniform fitted. She was fussing with getting all those shots and picking up school supplies and wondering why Seo-won was taking so long to come home. That's when it started, I think. She went around all the local playgrounds looking for Seo-won. Yes, this happened later, so something connecting that. So this is the only thing I have left to do, really. Possibly be the key reason the English teacher needed funds. I just don't know what to click on here. Could be. Oh, the child support. That makes sense. there was no kid, I don't understand how the child support payments would cause that. She's with the family. I made sure she had something to eat for dinner before I dropped her off. Once I brought her to the playground where I first found her, she knew exactly how to get home. I rang the doorbell and stood at the entrance waiting for her parents. It was only a few seconds, but in that short time, I wondered again and again if I shouldn't just leave the girl there and run. Detective, I was being stupid. I was stupid to kidnap her, and I'm still being foolish now, having the nerve to feel guilty about it all. The girl's father, he pulled the girl tight into his arms and wept. I knelt in front of him to apologize, but he bowed so low I thought he'd fall, and then he thanked me. He thanked me for bringing her home safe. What I did was indefensible. I will accept my punishment. I know that won't make up for the suffering caused by their family, but I will live out the rest of my life in sincere contrition. 2-5. 2-5, yeah, so that's either right after this or there's something else I'm missing. I mean, that would be the father. She had a great time at Auntie's house, and that she said she missed me. She brought straight back home. I'm sorry I didn't contact you sooner. I knew you were out there searching, but I was too caught up in the moment. Didn't ask any questions. All I knew is that my daughter was gone for 3 days, but now she's back. I know this sounds strange, but all I could say was thank you over and over again. I could bow 100 times over and it wouldn't be enough. C1's back completely unharmed, and that's good enough for me. Detective C1 is, well, she's been hurt in the past, and I can only blame myself for adding yet another wound to her young heart. Tell me, did that man surrender to the police? Missing something. Is there anything that could be like this is the only thing that could be belong to someone else? Can't be right. It could be the grandmother. Could be the grandmother, maybe? But I don't see how that works. There's clearly something I'm missing in terms of like info. see if I'm missing any like words. Not there. Oh, so they like lured the mother away to take the CO1 back actual home. It's all your responsibility. Oh, this could be the grandmother. There it is. Yeah, it's all my responsibility. You can't. Don't believe a word of what he says. Everything he says is a lie. It was me. I made him do it. It's all my fault. I'll be right there. Don't listen to anything he tells you. She's dead. Oh, kidnapper. I have keys, but I have keys. I should be able to just open it. You're lying to me. Who was around when Sion was taken, and what was she wearing, and which direction did you take her? You couldn't answer any of these questions. Mr. Kim Gang-suk, the confession that you're the kidnapper, it could take away Mrs. Sung Min-young's chance to represent and see freedom to assert herself. We can't wait for her to recover. We can't wait for her to recover before setting things right. You know she'll be racked by guilt. Can you live with that on your shoulders? Your ex-mother-in-law is in the next room. She told us everything. Consider how she might feel having to just reported her own daughter to protect you. You've been financially supporting your ex-wife's therapy all of these years under the pretext of child support. Yeah. This won't be much different. Just take a step back and support her from afar. She has a long battle ahead of her, being treated in custody. Detective, where did it all go wrong? Did I mess up from the beginning? Siwon's name. I never should have given her that name. I do. She's dead. Great work, ma'am. Now I remember everything. Do you understand why Siwon's case was never solved after all this time? Thank you for telling me that she came home safely, that I didn't doom a little girl to her death. Thank you, truly. Remember how surprised I was when I first saw this case. Everyone involved was lying for one reason or another, whether it was to protect a loved one or to keep a promise to someone important. What about you, Your Honor? Are you keeping a secret for someone just like them? Actually, yes, for your sake. The cold case team doesn't usually take on cases like Sion's. The police get more than 20,000 missing children's reports. It wouldn't let me select the correct thing because I wonder if it'll let me go back. Because I knew I had to reorder some stuff. Kim Sion. Choi Sion, the missing girl you found. Choi Seo-won. Please don't cry, ma'am. Are you really hurt? Are you really Seo-won? I'm so sorry. I failed you completely. I'll always be grateful to you. I don't deserve your gratitude. I never found you. It's only technically true. You remember what Kim Seo-won's grandmother said? Here, you have a copy of her testimony. Senior Inspector Jeon Kyung's visit was the reason I was sent back home. But I was only following protocol, just doing my job. Ma'am, I'm an adult now, and I know what work is like. No one followed that protocol back in the day. You were different. You carried out your duties to the letter, even though you could have slacked off and been perfectly covered by paperwork from City Hall. That's the reason I made it back home. After all these years, I tracked down all the people involved in the case one by one. I spoke with Kim Seo-won's family, my father, my brother, my dear mother, Hye Jung. Everyone asked me to pass on their thanks to you. This is my first time visiting you, you know. Miss, I turned a blind eye to the suffering of so... Oh, has she gone nuts? I turned a blind eye to the suffering of so many people in my career. You might thank me, but I still... Alright then, let's do this. I'll set aside time for you later. Some time to look back and blame yourself and feel guilty over everything, but right now we're racing against the clock. It took longer than I expected to piece your memories back together. This isn't our first conversation, is it? Then you know what, my mind is being constantly bleached. What could possibly be more important? That's the exact reason I need your help before these memories disappear again. Remember Son Min-young, the woman who took me away and reported my daughter missing? She was sentenced to 1 year of treatment in institutional custody, wasn't she? Yes, the sentence ended ages ago, but she's still in custody. But how? Once you're institutionalized, you can't be discharged without special approval, and Song Min-young hasn't been granted a single psychiatrist evaluation. You think she needs our help? Tell me, miss. Does that mean you're forgiven, Song Min-young? This isn't about forgiveness, ma'am. It's abundantly clear, even from a purely bureaucratic perspective, that we need to do something. Seo-won's case is still marked as open, and no case should remain unsolved. Oh, but lets me go back, because I wanted the 2 keys, and I don't want to have to do that again. But yeah, that was very sad, and that was fun. I enjoyed piecing that together and trying to figure out the story. That is very pleasing. I do want to go back and try to put everything in the right order, and I don't know if it'll let me. But I will have to try that on my own, because I am basically out of time for today. So that worked out perfectly in terms of the length. But yeah, I enjoyed that, and it was heart-wrenching. I feel bad for the lady. I feel bad for the kids. I feel especially bad for the little boy, that carried around the umbrella. He, as someone who lost a parent very young, that hits really hard. So that was certainly fun and emotional. But I'm gonna stop there. Thanks for hanging out. I've been Stigmans. Hopefully be doing more soon, and I'll see you next time.